Have you ever been driving in a car and all of a sudden think to yourself, I should probably jut out my jaw while I'm driving just in case someone is seeing me? Or how about when you go get a Starbucks drink and you pretend to be the main character and you do a lot of this? I have some very unfortunate news for you. You are suffering from internalized male gaze, and it's the biggest reason why you feel ugly all the time. You're craving to be looked at, to be desired and wanted by men that aren't even paying attention to you, and no one really wants to talk about this because I think it's something that's shamed a lot in the woman community. Is that a thing? I guess in girl world. It's like low-key embarrassing to admit. I know I mentioned in the beginning of this video that I used to be unhealthily obsessed with appearing attractive to men, even when they weren't around me. Even though whenever I viewed myself through the male gaze, I couldn't help but feel like this, I felt like literally like the ugliest little thing in the corner that no one wanted, and it really wore me down for the longest time. I don't have a flat stomach, and I don't have huge bobbies. You know, I just don't look like Megan Fox. And because I was socialized at such a young age from Disney films, from boy movies, from the men around me, and just society in general, I was worried at the age of seven, that I was too fat, because I was taught that my mere existence, even as a child, was to eventually please the males around me and to be their eye candy, and that I had to put all my value and self-esteem and worth in how I look like. And obviously, if I'm not being valued by the males around me, then there's something clearly wrong with me. There's something fundamentally wrong with me, which led to years and years of body dysmorphia that I am still to this day affected by. I know many other women out there struggle with this. And when we look at ourselves through the female gaze, yeah, it feels great for a little bit. And I think there are people out there who can use the male gaze and female gaze to fix their self-esteem almost. And it can be very validating for themselves. It still makes me feel very anxious to view myself through those lenses, because guess what? I don't feel feminine every single day. I don't feel feminine all the time. When I view myself in the male gaze, I think, well, I'm not doing something sexy enough. And then when I see myself in the female gaze, I think, well, I'm not dainty or cute enough to do that. And this is because both gazes are problematic and sexist and have very impossible standards for people to live up to. Why should I care if I fall under the male or the female gaze? Either way, I'm going to be putting myself in a box where I am to perform a certain task at all times for someone else's perspective. And that is tiring. And because the male and female gaze discourse has gotten a lot bigger, and the whole "I was written by a man" trend has gone big as well, people on TikTok are finally calling out just how toxic both sides are. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just dumb. Humans are so complex in and out that I just don't agree that they can both be put into the binary gazes. We spend the majority of our lives trying to find out new ways to be attractive to people who don't even care about us, and to be accepted by people we don't even like. And you don't even realize it until it truly starts to break you down, and all of a sudden your self-esteem plummets, and then you start to resent you. You start to resent your body, your mere existence, for not meeting those very dumb standards. I truly believe the key to solving this is to step back and to redefine the male and female gaze by seeing what you like. How do you view yourself? What is it that you desire? What is your gaze? The moment you start taking back your power and start doing things for you is when you truly start to value you for being you. And of course, the journey is not going to be easy, because we've been taught since day one that these two things are the only things that you have to go by. These two things are the only things that are going to give you value, that are going to help guide you through this life in order to attract people. But I genuinely think it's time to dismantle both views. We need to start accepting ourselves as just being human. Not everything should be a performance. We should be allowed to do everyday, daily tasks without worrying how we're performing those tasks. Sometimes we're just doing daily tasks mindlessly, like Sims, and Sims don't care about how they look when they set their house on fire or accidentally barbecue their baby. So why should we? That is the lesson for today's video. Reject modern humanity and be a randomized Sim. Okay, y'all, that is it for today's video. I really hope that I touched someone's heart